First, we are going to talk about the leash law, which is a term combined with a plus or minus sign, which cannot be separated individually. An example of this is 2x plus 1 over 2. Because the 2x and the 1 are combined by a plus sign, the 2 on top and the 2 on bottom cannot cancel each other out. Then an example over here is 3x plus 1 and over 3x plus 1. But since they're both the same term, you can cancel each other out. We are going to now simplify multiplication. On top you have a b minus 9, and on the bottom you have a b minus 9, so those two will cancel each other out. And then on top over here you have a 6b squared and a 6b squared on the bottom, so those two will cancel out, but the b plus 8 does not match with the b minus 7 over here, so your answer would be b plus 8 on top over b minus 7. Alright, now we are going to simplify a division problem, and since there's a division sign in here, you need to flip the top and the bottom. So it's going to end up as k squared plus 11k plus 18 over k squared plus 6k plus 8. And then you're going to multiply it, and now this is where you flip these two, so it's going to be k squared plus 11k plus 28 over k squared minus 3k minus 70 on the bottom. And now you're going to factor, so you can FOIL over here with k plus 9 and k plus 2, which 9 times 2 equals 18 and 9 plus 2 equals 11, so that works. Then you're going to factor the bottom and have k plus 4 and k plus 2, because 4 times 2 equals 8 and 4 plus 2 equals 6. And you're going to factor the top over here and get k plus 4 and k plus 7, because 7 times 4 is 28 and 7 plus 4 is 11. And then k minus 10 and k plus 3, or k plus 7, because 7 times negative 10 is negative 70, and 7 plus negative 10 is negative 3. Alright, now you're going to cancel out, so there's a k2 on top and a k2 on bottom, so those two will cancel out. And then there's a k plus 9, and no k plus 9 on the bottom, so that will not cancel out. Then you have a k plus 4 and a k plus 4, those two will cancel out. K plus 7 and a k plus 7, which those two will cancel out. And a k minus 10 cannot cancel out on k plus 9. So your final answer would be k plus 9 over k minus 10.
These are the steps to solve rational expressions when the denominators are not the same. First, you factor the denominators. Then you find common denominators for the monomials, for the binomials, and then the trinomials, and you continue on as it gets bigger. We made an acronym for this: FAT, F for factor, MEN, M for monomials, B for binomials, and T for trinomials, for fat men buy tacos. Alright, so for this one, it's an example of a subtraction problem with the same denominator. So what you do is you keep the denominator, and then you have to distribute the negative to the top, so it would be negative u, and then it would become positive 4. So then 6u minus u is 5u, and 3v plus 4v is 7v, and that's your answer.
We are going to simplify an addition problem now. So first you're going to factor the denominators, and GCF out at 2 because the highest common factor is 2. Then you're going to get 2 on the outside, and k squared plus 8k plus 7. And you can further factor this by getting k plus 1, k plus 7. You can't forget the 2, because k plus, or 1 times 7 is 7, and 7 plus 1 is 8. And now we're going to find our denominator, and you can't leave the k out, and the highest multiple of 3 and 2 is 6, so your denominator is going to be 6k. and then whatever this is, so 6k plus k plus 1, k plus 7, and then you're going to put this all over. Now you're going to find your numerators. So whatever you did to the denominator on that side, you have to do to the numerator. So what we did to this denominator was multiply it by 3x. So you're going to have to multiply this by 3x, and then that's going to end up as 6x squared. And then over here, we multiplied it by 2, and then times this. Well, this, but this will be easier because we're going to have to distribute later, so I'm going to use that. So we're going to multiply this by 2. That's going to end up as 4k. So 4k. Then you're going to have to distribute it to k squared plus 8k plus 7. So when you distribute that out, you get 6k squared over here. Alright, now we're going to distribute this out, and it's going to end up as 4k to the third plus 32k squared plus 28k. Now you're going to add in this 6x squared, which will make this right here 38k squared. And then you're going to distribute. Alright, so now you have 4x squared to the third plus 38k squared plus 28. And now you're going to factor that and GCF out at 2k. So you GCF out at 2k, you get 2k squared plus 19k plus 14. So then that would be your numerator on top. Okay, 14. And now this is the reason that we distributed, or that we factored out of 2k, so that we could simplify the numerator and the denominator. So these 2k, since they're not attached by the leash law, you can cancel them out. So this 2k can be get rid of, and then so that would divide this by 2, so you'd end up with 3, and this k would cancel out this k, so it's just 3k plus 1, k plus 7. So your final answer will be 2k squared plus 19k plus 14 all over 3 times k plus 1, k plus 7.